There's something magical about gardening, the smell of damp soil after a morning watering, the soft rustle of leaves swaying in the breeze, and that quiet joy of seeing something you planted come alive. But for most beginners, that magic doesn't happen right away. You plant your seeds with hope, and then you wait. Days pass, maybe weeks, and when nothing grows, you start to wonder, did I do something wrong? You did. But don't worry, we all do. Every experienced gardener you've ever met has made these same mistakes. The difference is they learned from them, and today you will too. Let's talk about the 5 most common gardening mistakes beginners make, and how to fix each one so your garden thrives, not just survives. Mistake number 1, overwatering. Killing with kindness. It usually starts with good intentions. You want your plants to feel loved. You think, if a little water is good, more must be better. So you water every morning, sometimes twice a day, but soon your plants start to droop. Their leaves turn yellow. You assume they're thirsty, so you add even more water, and that's when the real damage begins. Here's the truth. Most plants don't die from thirst. They die from drowning. Their roots need oxygen as much as they need moisture. When you flood the soil, you fill every air pocket with water, cutting off that oxygen supply. The roots suffocate. Rot sets in, and slowly the plant fades away. To fix this, learn the rhythm of your soil. Stick your finger an inch into it. If it's still damp, skip watering that day. If it feels dry and crumbly, go ahead and water deeply. Not a sprinkle on top, but enough to reach the roots. Remember, your goal is not to water often, but to water wisely. Mistake 2, planting in the wrong spot. The sunlight. Every plant has a personality. Some love the spotlight. Sunflowers, tomatoes, peppers. Others prefer the shade. Lettuce, ferns, and herbs like mint or parsley. The trouble starts when we don't listen to them. Maybe you saw a beautiful plant in someone else's yard and thought, I want that too. So you bring it home and plant it in a corner that gets full sun all day. At first, it looks fine, but soon the leaves burn at the edges, colors fade, and you wonder what went wrong. It's not your fault. It's just the wrong match. Before planting, spend a day simply watching your garden. Where does the morning light fall? Which areas stay shaded afternoon? How long does each spot stay warm or cool? Plants are like people. They flourish when they're comfortable. Find them the right home, and they'll reward you with life and color. So, next time you buy a plant, look at its tag or search its light needs first. One simple observation can mean the difference between a struggling garden and a thriving one. Mistake 3, poor soil preparation, the hidden enemy. Beneath you can't see it. But your soil is alive. It's a bustling city of bacteria, fungi, earthworms, and tiny insects all working together to help your plants grow. But most beginners ignore this hidden world. They plant in whatever dirt happens to be there, hard, dry, maybe even rocky, and then wonder why their plants never bloom. It's like building a house on sand. Healthy soil is the foundation of every beautiful garden. If it's too compacted, roots can't spread. If it lacks nutrients, growth stalls. And if it doesn't drain well, everything you plant will struggle. So before you even plant a single seed, invest in your soil. Loosen it up with a fork or shovel. Mix in compost, nature's miracle ingredient. Compost feeds the soil, which in turn feeds your plants. You'll notice the difference within weeks. Stronger stems, richer color, and faster growth. Think of soil like the soul of your garden. Treat it well, and it will take care of everything else. Mistake 4, crowding. When too much love becomes a problem, here's something every beginner does and regrets later. You go to the nursery, see rows of baby plants, and you can't resist. You buy 10, maybe 20, and when it's time to plant, you think, I can fit them all here, so you pack them close together. For a while, it looks lush, a perfect patch of green, but in a few weeks, the problems begin. The leaves start to yellow. Pests appear and growth slows down. What happened? Your plants are competing for sunlight, water, and nutrients. Their roots are fighting beneath the surface. Their leaves are touching, and air can't circulate properly. Soon, mold and disease take over. The solution? Space is strength. Every plant needs room to breathe. It might look empty at first, but give it time. A month later, those small gaps will fill in with healthy, strong growth. Remember, a garden isn't a race to fill space. It's a slow, patient dance between nature and nurture. Mistake 5, giving up too early, the heartbreak of the first failure. This one hurts the most because it's not about plants. It's about patience. You plant your seeds, you water, you wait, and nothing happens. So you start doubting yourself. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I don't have a green thumb. Every gardener has felt that moment. But here's the truth. Gardening is not instant gratification. It's a quiet teacher. It teaches patience, observation, and humility. Sometimes the seeds take longer than you expect. Sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. And sometimes, despite your best efforts, a plant just won't make it. But that's not failure. It's experience. Because each time something dies, it leaves behind knowledge. You learn about soil, sunlight, timing, and care. And the next time, you do it better. The gardeners you admire aren't lucky. They're persistent. They've killed more plants than you've planted, but they kept going. And so should you. If you've made any of these mistakes, overwatering, wrong placement, poor soil, crowding, or giving up too soon, you're not a bad gardener. You're a real gardener, because gardening isn't about perfection. It's about connection between you, the soil, and the life that grows from it. Every time you plant a seed, you're starting a small act of hope. So start again. Observe more. Water less. Let the sun teach you patience, and the soil remind you of resilience. And remember this, every thriving garden you see began with someone who refused to stop trying. Keep going. Your garden will bloom, and when it does, it'll feel like nature whispering, "You did it right this time."